Hey guys, it is Ben. So, last night I played the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Holy shit. Holy shit, you guys. It's everything I had hoped for and more. I don't say that lightly. I never really do. Holy crap. I played that demo 3 times. Normally when I play a demo, it's like you play through it once. I play through it once and I'm good. I get the gist of it. I loved that demo so much. It was like I was craving the full game. So I just played it over, a few times. Holy crap. For starters, I absolutely loved the aesthetics that they added in. Particularly, there were references to things from Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Crisis Core was one of the prequels made for 7. It was done for the PSP, and it was a good story. It was just it had a few issues, but I absolutely loved the fact that they actually referenced an important, well, not really super important, but they referenced some of the products, I guess, from Crisis Core, particularly this type of apple that is found in a village from Crisis Core. They threw in some great connecting little teasers in there. Oh, and I laughed my butt off when I saw clear icicle water. Reference to Icicle Inn produces mineral water. That made me laugh my butt off. I loved it though. The new action, so great. I think if you're a Final Fantasy Puritan, like if you're really just all about the original combat, this probably isn't for you. But they did a great job of taking the elements of strategy from classic Final Fantasy and applying it to an action-based combat. All kinds of other extra things you have to do. I absolutely loved that. Two little notes about a couple of things that I wish were tweaked or just changed a little bit, but again, it's so good that it's easy to overlook this stuff. But I just like to be. I want to try to be fair. I don't want to just be the cheerleader. One thing I miss the sword twirl. I miss the sword twirl. It after Cloud's fights and everything, when he gets done, he just kind of puts the sword back on his back and keeps going. I would have liked to see him do his signature sword twirl from the original, but I totally get why they didn't. It makes it flow better in terms of combat and logic behind the story. They added a few elements to the story itself that totally work. One of the things they did, they got around some super controversial stuff. One of the things in the original was that it was considered Avalanche was way more of a terrorist presence, I think, in that game than they're going to be in this one, because the bomb they set to blow up the first reactor in the original blows like pretty much the entire thing sky high and ends up destroying a bunch of surrounding neighborhoods and stuff. So essentially they are guilty of mass murder in so many ways. They decided to kind of retcon that a little bit. They got around that. They made it to where this time the bomb was meant to just explode the core of the reactor and just shut it down. It wasn't supposed to create a giant explosion. And Shinra themselves actually is in order to make them look like true terrorists, they set all the machines in the reactor to destroy the reactor itself. Like they all started shooting lasers and stuff. That's the problem with doing a walk and talk video on Magazine Street. Oh, wait, I'm not even on Magazine Street. Jesus. Hey, I need to think. Oh God. So anyway, another thing I would have changed. I didn't like how they did that concept where your character can't jump around, but it's like there's specific spots where your character is able to jump. You know, you've seen that in games a bunch of times, but it was never my favorite thing. I don't like that. I don't like the game kind of forcing you into sort of a linear way of playing that way. And also just because, you know, it's so new to be able to control this character with like total freedom that, you know, I would have just liked if you could just jump at will. You know what I mean? I would have liked if you could just press a button to jump. Real simple. I don't need to, you know, but I would have just liked that. But the characters are better fleshed out, and they don't. One of the things I was nervous about, because it seemed to be a trend with modern Final Fantasy, I was worried that they were gonna tone down some of the heavier elements of like the cursing and stuff, or you know, I figured they were probably gonna like make it very you know, it's like it's rated T, but you know, just barely. You know, they straight up, I mean, with the exception of the F word, they made it sound like the original. Barrett was a little over the top in a couple of moments, but I loved the dynamic between Cloud and Barrett. It was just like the beginning of the original, only fleshed out even more. You know, constantly quarreling and sussing each other out. I love the banter during the fights. I loved that. I thought that was brilliant. I'm excited. I am freaking excited. Now, I will say also, a little while before I started recording this, I looked and I saw a story related to the 7 Remake that displeased me. They're claiming that Red 13 is not going to be a playable character. I don't like that. We got Barrett as a playable character, we got Cloud, we got Tifa and all that. Why on God's green earth would you just cut one out? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And like the fact that he's still in the story but you can't play as him, I think that's kind of nutty, or just kind of limited. I don't like that. But again, the game's got too many elements working in its favor for me to say no to it. My pre-order went through. I am so jazzed. I'm so excited. But I'm also annoyed by the fact that, of course, it's releasing 10 days into the Outlaw Nights campaign. So I'm not going to be able to really delve into it too deeply. Speaking of which, for those of you who do not know, Outlaw Nights, Genesis of a Renegade, is going to be the first of hopefully 6 comic book issues. Although I'd like to keep it going longer than 6 issues. That, of course, depends on how you guys receive it. Click on the link in the description of this video to get on the Outlaw Nights email list. You're going to want to do that because on the Outlaw Nights email list is where we're going to be offering secret perks. Secret perks that will give you a little more bang for your buck. I can tell you one of them that we did with the last campaign that I think went really well was the poster tier, where you get pretty much for the price of just the book, you get the book and the poster. I loved the poster. I feel like, you know, my artist and my colorist are just phenomenal. You want to get in on this, trust me. Render Contender is going places. So is Pressy. They're both phenomenal. They should be working in the mainstream, if the mainstream, of course, were still viable. But, you know, they don't really care about talent anymore. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to go over for today. Check out the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. You can download it on the PSN. You can download it. Well, I don't know about Xbox. I don't think so. But yeah, check it out. I highly recommend it. They took elements that worked in Final Fantasy 15 and they discarded some elements that didn't work, and they made something totally unique. Check it out. Thank you so much, everybody. If you like anything I had to say, go ahead, hit the like button, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I will be coming to you guys in a couple of days, so get ready. Thanks, everybody.